What is up and welcome back to the videos. So today we are at Wolwekloof Enduro for the second round of the Enduro World TT, the Enduro World Time Trial. So first of all, shout out to Enduro World for putting on these events. They are awesome. It is a very good event to practice racing and to kind of see where you stand on your fitness levels and to kind of suss out things that you need to improve on. So first of all, I struggled on the day with arm pump. I don't know why. I don't know if it was riding technique or training. I've been doing a little bit less cardio lately because I don't have a spinning cycle anymore, but yeah, so I'm going to start jogging and kind of changing up my stretching regime. So, and we will also be doing some warm-ups before the rides. Now, it didn't go too badly. The Heidelberg TT was definitely a bit more technical. The Wolwekloof one is a bit faster and more flowy, but still not super easy, I would say, but a lot of fun. Now, I can definitely pick up the pace a bit and improve my cornering on the flat track section, and then there's a couple of sections in the technical stuff where I can also pick up the pace, and if I just don't stop to take any breaks, I would probably shave a minute off already. So I had a total time of 40 minutes flat. That was the quickest that I achieved on the second lap. That is this video we are currently watching, and Zane was an absolute champ. He did all 4 laps and he managed to get his lap time down to 38 minutes. And if you guys tune in again on Thursday, you will see one of his laps. Yes, some other footage from someone else's perspective and someone else's lap. So for all the TTs and races, we're going to start posting Zane's point of view or his GoPro footage as well. Now, this was the first mistake that I made here. I took the wrong line and I caught myself up. And this is where Zane overtakes me. This wasted precious time. And you know, even though it's just like 15 or 20 minutes, but the knock-on effect from this, you know, the energy that you waste, and after getting stuck there I kind of struggled to get back into the flow. So the whole like section after this I struggled, and it probably overall cost me maybe like 30 seconds. So definitely can improve on this section. I also had to stop there just to take my goggles off because they were fogging up a little bit. It's still a fairly decent pace through here, but I know I can definitely do it a lot quicker. The reason I didn't complete the 3rd and 4th lap, at the end of the flat track section on the 3rd lap, the bolt that holds on the shifter, the gear shifter, sheared off somehow. I am not sure how that happened, so I actually need to get it easy out, take out the piece of the bolt that's still stuck in, and then I already have a new bolt and washers. So we are gonna be going back to Wolwekloof to try this TT again, because Zane and I, we both reviewed our footage and we discussed it, and we think if we can improve in the areas where we struggled, not take any breaks, we reckon we can get our times down to about 36 minutes or hopefully sub 36. And I mean, like I said, I ran a 40 minutes on this lap. On the first lap I ran a 44 minutes, so it's already, you know, 4 minutes down from the first lap, and Zane got down to 38. So finding 2 minutes or 4 minutes shouldn't be too difficult, but we are gonna go back and we're gonna try our best to see if we can do it. Like I said, I don't know why, but like I got seriously bad arm pump on the day, and that's really the only reason why I had to stop, because it started getting a bit sketchy because I couldn't even feel my hands anymore. You know, you can't really control the bike, and you know, that's when you start whiskey throttling, and you know, don't want to damage the bike or, you know, hurt myself. So just stop for a couple of seconds, try and get the blood out of the arms. It seems like I'm still leaning a bit too far back, gripping the bars too tightly with my hands. I think that might be something that's contributing to the arm pump. Need to lean forward a bit more, but we definitely improved from the last time. You know, the body positioning was a little bit better. You see, like, yeah, in this section I can definitely go quicker. Made a small mistake here. The front wheel kind of deflected off into that little ditch, and once again it's just a little bit of time wasted. At least, yeah, I didn't struggle too badly to get back into the flow. The section moving forward, yeah, I maintained a decent pace. Fortunately, I didn't have any crashes on the day. I think Zane crashed on every lap, but he was obviously pushing a little bit harder than I was, or he just seems to enjoy crashing. I don't know. This is another section where I messed up. On the first lap I came through here smoothly without any issues. Just need to stay on my feet and hit that with a bit more momentum. So far, if we check out the Strava times, we're not too far off pace. I think the fastest guy had it in Silver A, the class that we usually ride in. I think he came in at a 34 minutes, if I wasn't mistaken. So, I mean, if we missed the corner over there, but didn't cost too much time. So it's good to see that we, you know, almost on the pace, and I'm looking forward to the next race. So we're not going to be competing in the race on the 29th of August, but we will be competing in the race on the 3rd of October at Heidelberg. So hopefully the goal is to go full race distance and to get a top 10 finish. And you know, who knows, on the day maybe we're lucky and we can get a top 5. That would be awesome. This downhill section is also a part where I can carry a bit more speed. If I can actually feel the bars. So how many of you guys did the TT at Wolwekloof so far, and how did you guys find it? How was your experience? Do you think our pace is improving? If you got any pointers for us, tips that you think can help us improve our times, I'd love to hear from you guys. Drop it down in a comment below. So it's actually kind of strange. The terrain is similar to Heidelberg, it's just a little bit less mountainous, but there are some gnarly climbs at Wolwekloof. So this up and coming weekend, Zane and I are going to be going back to the Bronx, and we are going to try and finish the second section of our cross country track. And on this flat stuff I can definitely push the pace a little bit quicker. And then we are also going to be training on our hard enduro loop on the mountain at the Bronx, so that should be a good practice, and we're going to try and push the pace over there as well. So when we come back to Wolwekloof to do our second attempt at the TT, it should hopefully yield some good results. A cool thing that I'm starting to notice more and more, like the higher you are on your gearing, the smoother it is. Like let's say you do this in second gear, it's pretty choppy, and with the throttle response being in a lower gear, you know, the response is kind of on off, and it fatigues you a lot more than kind of cruising through this stuff in third gear. It's mind-blowing, the difference. These downhill sections I also need to improve on a little bit, but for some reasons the downhills just sketch me out way too much. I have like this irrational fear of going over the bars, even though it's only happened to me literally once since I started riding. Another fast open section. Need to push the pace a little bit faster. So over here I already started catching up to Zane a little bit. He's not too far ahead of me, but over here I had to take a break again because my arms were numb. I just edited out the little parts where I stopped to take a breather, but see, that was good execution over there. I popped up that section. I'm happy with the pace that I went through this portion of the track. See, this is kind of the speed that I need to maintain throughout. I also had a look at the average speeds. So my average speed on this lap was about almost 21 kilometers an hour and hit a maximum speed of 80 kilometers an hour. This section was fun. Next time I'm gonna hit it a bit quicker. That little jump there had a nice little pop, little wheelie there. But the guys that hit like 36 minutes, their average speed is about 22-23 kilometers an hour. So it doesn't sound like much, but you know, overall picking up 1 kilometer or 2 kilometers an hour overall throughout the track it's doable, but in some sections it can be quite sketchy. Zane had a pretty nasty crash down this little step here. It looks pretty flat on the camera, but that is very, very steep. And see kind of how I get caught up on the rocks because I don't have enough momentum. So if you go through there in third gear, you just have enough speed to kind of glide over the rocks instead of where your front wheel catches each and every rock. On the flat stuff it gets kind of difficult to see where the markers are. But we definitely did not get lost as badly as we did at Heidelberg, and you know, thanks to the team from Enduro World for maintaining the loop and making sure the markers are up and visible. It's you know, from the little bit of track building or track mapping that we've done at the Bronx, I can definitely tell you guys that it is hard work to map out a track. It was very cool to see the turnout on the day. There was quite a lot of people, and from our riding group we had Kyle, Bruce, Barry, Jacques, Jonathan, so a whole bunch of our guys from our riding group that showed up and tried to put in a lap. And Kyle and Bruce, they also improving every ride. I think Bruce almost broke 1 hour, which was very cool. It's cool to see everyone in the group progressing. This is probably one of my favorite parts of the track. So you kind of jump down into this little riverbed here. Also a fairly fun little drop over there. You can also push a little bit faster through here. And this stuff was pretty slick over here. As you can see, I'm shaking my hand there. Can't feel anything. Fun little off-camber little climb over here. And then when you get just to the peak, there's another little jump. Also need to hit this with a bit more speed next time. And then it's full throttle all the way down. And then it drops into another riverbed and straight back onto the throttle. I think over here I got too hard on the rear brake and locked up the wheel, and when I tried to get down, obviously I stalled out, so Zane overtook me again. It's a lot of fun when we kind of catch up to each other and we can go back and forth and overtake each other. It's definitely a lot more fun than, you know, being in the middle of the track on your own. Kind of motivates you a bit to push harder, because obviously now I don't want Zane to pull out a gap on me again, and if he misses the marker then I have an opportunity to overtake, and then obviously it's up to him to try and stay on my tail again. This is another section where I'm fairly happy with the pace that the pace that I maintained, but it's fairly easy and open and flat. Over here, still a decent pace, but I think like this section I can definitely wide open in like a couple of seconds. These rocks can be quite tricky. If you don't hit them like square, they can throw you off. And in this section that we're going to go through here, it happened to me a couple of times. Like over there, it knocked me off the trail, and then it's just chaos and it's bouncing around. And then just when I got right, it kind of knocked me off here again. Over here my arms are dead again, and I had to take a little break, and Zane passed me once again. And then it's this little climb. It's not steep or anything, it's just the fact of maintaining your momentum, because it's a lot of loose rocks obviously. Didn't fade too badly, just lost a bit of momentum in that spot, and by the time I got to the top my arms were toast again. But at this stage, obviously I'm thinking, oh, I need to take a break to just let the blood flow out of my arms a bit, but I know Zane is just pulling away every second that's going by, and I know I need to catch up. Even though we're just out here having fun, there is a sense of competition. Like, I was happy on the second lap because we both pretty much ran, I think he ran a 39, I ran a 40, and you know, considering the condition I was in with the arm pump and stuff, I was satisfied with that. But if I ran like another 44 or something, it would have been torture. It would have definitely given me 1 or 2 sleepless nights. Over here I can definitely take a better line next time. I need to carry on straight instead of going right, or well, take the line more to the left instead of going this direction, because I kind of stuffed myself going up here. Didn't really get stuck, but to just spare a bit of energy. Got caught up behind this guy for a little bit. He wasn't going too slow. I mean, I'm sure I could have overtaken him there, but when he stopped on that downhill, I took my opportunity. Caught up a little bit over there. Should probably just take a bit more speed through that corner. Just throttle out of the corner a bit harder. And you can see I'm fairly tired at this stage because I'm not standing nearly as much as what I should be, and it's a work in progress. We're working on improving it every time. Obviously, the more you stand, the less you're gonna wear yourself out, because your body just absolutely takes a beating if you sit down on this kind of rocky, bumpy terrain. Slipped up a little bit over there. Need to carry a little bit more speed through here. And from here, it's a nice and long open section, which was awesome. You could actually really catch your breath, and it's fun to go a little bit faster. Unnecessarily slowed down through there. And now obviously that we're fairly familiar with the terrain at Wolwekloof because we've ridden there a lot and we've done a couple of races there. But now that we know the layout of the section, go back this time around, you can definitely expect a little bit better pace or improved pace. That's just the way it is. The faster you go, the faster you want to go. I'm really very proud of the improvement that we've made so far, because last year I could not imagine pushing this pace on a track. Now we skipped the corner, but it didn't really cost me that much time. So as I said earlier, Zane's going to be doing a little lifestyle edit, which will probably come out later around about next week or something. But on Thursday, you guys can expect his GoPro footage of his lap around the Wolwekloof TT. Also hitting a decent pace. Yeah, just need to get to that point where I can maintain this kind of pace throughout the whole track. Because that's where you make up the time, it's that consistency. Maybe take a little bit faster line through there. And over here, I kind of hesitated, and that resulted in a stall out. Didn't count the stall outs, but I think this is maybe the 4th or the 5th one on the track, on this loop. So precious seconds can be made up. At least I had a decent cornering technique. I don't know why I struggled on the flat track section on the second lap. On the first lap I was flying through there and I hit the corners very neatly. On the second lap just didn't feel good throughout the flat track section at the start. I was right on the line, but still I carried on straight. And now we are nearing the end. This is another section here where I could have pushed a little bit quicker. I think I was kind of just idling down on the top of second or third gear over here. Instead of idling down, I can definitely be on throttle. Now it's the forest section. Also a lot of fun. Can definitely go through here a bit quicker as well. Smash that tree there. Got a nice little bruise on the arm from that. And unfortunately, once again, I didn't delete the footage from the first lap, so I ran out of space or memory on the SD card for the GoPro, so the last, let's say, 200 or 300 meters of the track I couldn't get on video because the camera stopped recording. Oh yeah, I almost took a tumble and stalled out once again. So from here you kind of go up the side of another little mountain, and then it's just pretty much flat, fast stuff and some more river crossings to the end. Please consider hitting that subscribe button and stay tuned for Zane's lap of the Wolwekloof TT. Peace out and keep ripping.